You can talk about someone's breakup for 20 minutes straight. You remember who cheated on who. You know who cried, who lied, and who showed up at the party wearing that dress. But try to say it in English? Suddenly, it's she, no come. He bad. That's the tragedy. Not the breakup. The grammar meltdown. Welcome to Monday English Podcast, the only show that believes your drama deserves better English. We're not here to teach you how to describe the weather. We're here to help you say, she totally ghosted him, without sweating. Because English isn't just for interviews, exams, and overpriced language schools. It's for your real, messy, beautifully chaotic life. This episode is called Make English Part of Your Gossip. Because let's be honest, you already talk a lot. Now it's time to switch languages. In the next few minutes, we'll drag you through 3 delicious truths. First, English is not just for job interviews, because your life needs more than business small talk. Then, drama is a language tool. Yes, we're turning gossip into grammar. And finally, train like a gossip queen, because if your mouth has time to spill tea, it has time to practice. So go ahead, think of the last juicy thing you told your friend. Got it? Good. Now say it in English. Can't? Then keep listening. We've got work to do. Let's be real for a second. Most people learn English like they're preparing for a job interview with the Queen. Every sentence must be perfect. Every word must be formal. Every mistake feels like a disaster. But here's the thing. Most of your life is not a job interview. You're not always talking to a boss. Sometimes you're just talking about what your sister wore to the wedding, or the guy at work who always takes the last donut. And guess what? That kind of talk, yes, even gossip, is exactly the English you need. Let me guess. You've spent years studying English in school, maybe even paid for extra classes. You can write an essay about climate change, but you freeze when someone asks, "What did you do yesterday?" Suddenly, your brain empties. You forget how to say nothing much, or I was tired. You've trained your English like a soldier, always ready for war, but never for small talk. But life isn't war. It's messy. It's random. It's full of small, stupid conversations. And those are the ones that help you speak fluently. Take your daily gossip. You already know how to tell a story in your own language. You use time words like yesterday or last week. You describe people. He's so annoying. You give opinions. She shouldn't have said that. You retell what others said. He told me he's quitting. That's grammar. That's fluency. You're doing it all, just not in English. But here's the good news. You don't need to start from zero. You already have the structure. You just need to swap the words. Think about this. You say, he said he didn't want to come. That sentence uses reported speech. It's grammar, it's useful. And it's also what you say every day when you're telling someone that your friend bailed on dinner, or when you're trying to explain why your cousin didn't show up to the birthday party. That's real English, not fake, stiff textbook stuff. Real people talk like this. And you can too. New word time. Let's talk about bail. In casual English, to bail means to cancel or leave quickly. For example, he bailed on the meeting means he didn't come. See? One fun word used in a normal story. Not academic. Not boring. Just real. Now here's another one. Petty. It means small and unimportant, usually in a funny or silly way. Like, she was mad because he liked someone's photo. So petty. You don't need a teacher to explain this. You've lived it. You've seen it. And if you start using it, your English suddenly sounds more alive. More you. You're already good at drama. You just do it in your language. Let's say it together. She dumped him again. Simple sentence. 3 words. But you still panic when it's in English. Why? Because your brain still thinks English is only for important things. Like meetings. Like speeches. Like passing exams. And that's the problem. Let me guess your favorite excuse, but gossip isn't real English. Oh, really? So he didn't call me back is not real? I think she's cheating on him isn't useful? Come on. These are the exact kinds of sentences that use past tense, opinions, feelings, even modal verbs like might or should. This is not just real English. This is gold. You're skipping gold because it looks like dirt. One more word. Crush. You probably know this one. It means someone you secretly like. She has a crush on him. Easy. But now say it out loud. Put it in a story. He has a crush on his English teacher. Now you're smiling and speaking. You don't need more business words. You need more breakup words. More I told you so sentences. More he was late again stories. English should be in your coffee chats, not just your cover letter. So here's your tiny action task for today. Pick one real conversation you had in your own language and retell it in English. 1 minute. Out loud. You don't need to record it, but if you do, even better. No editing, no worrying. Just speak loud, clumsy, human. Next up, we're going even deeper. I'll show you how drama, the kind you usually whisper, can actually teach you grammar better than a textbook. Ready to turn gossip into grammar? Let's go. Let's say someone at your office showed up late again. You ask why. They say, sorry, traffic. You roll your eyes. Because of course, it's always traffic. But what you just heard, what you're about to tell your friend later, is a perfect English lesson. Not the kind you find in a grammar book. The kind you actually need. And the kind you probably ignore because you think it's just drama. Let's break this down. When you retell what someone said, you use reported speech. That means you take their words and say them in your own. Like this. He said he was late because of traffic. Boom. 2 verb tenses. You've got said in the past. You've got was also in the past. That's grammar in action. No textbooks, no headache. Just 1 silly excuse and 2 correct sentences. See what I mean? And while we're here, let's add some flavor. Instead of he was late, you can say, he claimed he was late. New word, claim. It means to say something is true, even if people don't believe it. Example, she claimed she didn't eat the cake. Sounds a little suspicious, right? Perfect. Drama often includes that feeling. Someone says one thing, you believe another. That tension? That's where the good English hides. Let's do another. You see someone crying after lunch. You ask your friend what happened. They say, her boyfriend broke up with her. Sad? Yes. But also, grammar gold. Broke up is a phrasal verb. It means to end a relationship. Example, they broke up last week. You don't need to read 20 grammar rules. Just remember the gossip. Every time you hear or tell this story, you're training your brain to use the past tense. You're learning without even knowing. Now let's add emotion. Because gossip isn't just what happened. It's how you feel about it. You can say, I felt sorry for her. Or, he looked proud when he said it. New word, proud. It means feeling good about something you did. Example, she felt proud after her speech. When you describe what someone felt or looked like, you're adding emotion. That makes your English more human, more alive. Another good one, jealous. That means wanting something someone else has. Like, she was jealous because her friend got promoted. Simple sentence, big meaning. These are words you can use every day. Not just in gossip, but gossip helps you remember them. Because they're tied to real stories, not just flashcards. Let's make it even more fun. Make up a story. 2 people. 1 problem. Here's mine. Jake told Ella he lost his phone, but really he was texting his ex. Ella found out. She broke up with him at the party. Was that real? No. But it felt real. And now you've seen past simple, reported speech, phrasal verbs, and emotional vocabulary all in one short story. You didn't study grammar. You used it. And that's the point. English becomes stronger when it connects to something real, or at least something juicy. Textbooks say he walked to the store, but you'll forget that. You won't forget she saw him kissing someone else, because that hits different. Here's another useful word, annoyed. It means a little angry, usually about something small. She was annoyed because he was late again. You've said that in your own language. Now say it in English. Easy. One word at a time. One feeling at a time. That's how vocabulary grows. You want to improve? Then start sounding like a real person. Add opinions. Say, I think he's lying. Or maybe she's right. Or that's not okay. These are short, clear thoughts, but they carry power. You're not just using English, you're using your voice. And no, gossip isn't evil. Not if you keep it kind or make it up. Make it fun. Nobody sues you for practicing fake drama. You don't need real heartbreak to learn broke up. Just fake it. Trust me, your English won't care. Let me guess your favorite excuse this time, but I don't like gossip. Okay, sure. You don't gossip, but somehow you always know who's dating who. You know who got fired. You know who's leaving the group chat. You don't like gossip? That's fine. Just use the drama format anyway. Because whether it's real or not, it teaches you everything. Past tense, feeling words, opinions, storytelling. That's not just useful, that's advanced. So here's your action task. Create a fake mini drama. 2 people, 3 sentences. Say it out loud in English. No shame. No script. No audience. Just your voice. Say it once, and suddenly grammar doesn't feel like school. It feels like a story. Next up, we're going to train your mouth. Not for drama, but for daily action. I'll show you how to build a speaking habit that's fast, repeatable, and as easy as spilling tea with your best friend. Let's move. You don't need a classroom. You need a mouth. That's it. Because your mouth is lazy. It's been sleeping, waiting for the perfect English sentence to appear like magic. But here's the truth. Your mouth doesn't learn by reading. It learns by moving. And gossip, my friend, is the best workout you can give it. Not just because it's fun, but because it's repeatable, casual, full of emotion and mess. And mess is where fluency lives. You've probably practiced job interviews 100 times. Hello, my name is... I am very interested in this position. You rehearse it like it's a TED Talk. But try to casually say, my neighbor is weird. You freeze. You forget how to speak. You look like your brain just walked out the door. And why? Because you don't practice speaking real-life English. You practice performance English. And then you wonder why nothing feels natural. Here's your new plan. Say short stories. Out loud. Every day. I don't care if the story is boring or if you mess up. That's part of the process. And the best way to improve is to repeat the same story. Yes, the same one. Every day. It's called shadowing. Shadowing means copying speech. You repeat what you hear word for word. You can shadow YouTube videos, podcasts, or even yourself. Example, yesterday she called her ex again. Say it. Then say it faster. Then say it funnier. That's how fluency grows. You can also record yourself. Talk for 1 minute. Listen back. You'll hear mistakes. You'll hear pauses. Great. That means you're learning. You're hearing what needs work. But more importantly, you're hearing yourself speak English. And once your voice doesn't sound strange to you anymore, the fear starts to leave. Here's another tool. The mirror. Look at your face. Yes, your actual face. Tell a short drama. Maybe something fake. Like, he flirted with the waitress, so she left the restaurant alone. You'll laugh, you'll cringe, but your mouth will move. You don't need an audience. You just need practice. And if the mirror is too much, talk to your dog. Or your plant. Or a sock. I'm serious. Your dog won't judge you. Your plant won't roll its eyes. You need to hear your English. Not just think it, because thoughts don't build fluency. Sound does. Let's also talk vocabulary. No, not the boring kind. Not environmental policy or economic forecast. I mean juicy words. 1 per day. Just 1. But it has to be a word you want to say, like sneaky. That means someone who hides what they're doing. Example, he's so sneaky, he said he was working, but he was at the bar. That's a great word. You can use it in gossip. You can use it in jokes. You can use it in life. Here's another one. Cute. Simple, but useful. He's cute. That dog is cute. Your shoes are cute. You'll say it more than efficient. Trust me. So say it. Out loud. 5 times. In 5 fake stories. Get used to hearing it come out of your mouth. One more. Annoying. It means something or someone that makes you a little angry. He talks too much. He's annoying. This sound is annoying. My boss is annoying. Perfect for gossip. Perfect for life. You don't need to memorize 50 new words. You need to use 5 words well, over and over. Because fluency isn't about knowing everything. It's about owning a few things completely. Repetition builds comfort. Comfort builds confidence. And confidence is what makes people speak. And yes, I know, you'll say, but I'm scared of making mistakes. Oh, how cute. You weren't scared when you called your ex 5 times in one night. But now a few English mistakes? That's terrifying? Please. Your priorities are showing. Your new English gym is not a class. It's your mouth, your room, your life. Every time you tell a small story, you get stronger. Every time you repeat a phrase, your brain relaxes. Every time you hear your voice and don't cringe, that's a win. So here's your action task. Pick one juicy word today, like sneaky, cute, or annoying, and use it in 3 short stories. Out loud. No typing. No overthinking. Just say it. Because next, we're going to drop the fake confidence and talk about what's really stopping you. Spoiler, it's not English, it's fear. And it's time we had a little roast session about it. Let's go. You say you're bad at speaking English, but you're not bad at talking. Oh no. You talk all day. You tell your coworker about your friend's breakup. You explain to your mom why your cousin is still a mess. You send voice messages that last longer than some podcasts. But when it's time to say something in English, suddenly you go silent. Like your brain just got hit by a truck full of grammar books. Let's be honest. You're not shy. You're scared. You're scared of sounding stupid. You're scared of that one grammar mistake. You're scared someone will laugh. And what do you do when you're scared? You stay quiet. You smile. You nod. You speak like a broken robot. And then later you say, I can't speak English. Please. You can. You just don't want to sound wrong. You're not silent. You're proud. And that pride, it's what's killing your fluency. Here's the truth. You will sound weird. You will mess up words. You'll say chicken when you mean kitchen. You'll mix up he and she like you've never met a person before. You'll say, I am very excited and feel like a walking meme. But guess what? That's how learning works. Not by hiding, by doing, by failing in public, by laughing at yourself, and then saying it again but better. You don't get stronger by staying comfortable. You get stronger by using your voice, even when it shakes. You don't grow by waiting to be ready. You grow by showing up anyway. The only way to fix your English is to speak your ugly English first. It's not a shame. It's the beginning. So no more I'm waiting. Waiting is fear in a nice dress. Rip it off. Speak now. Loud. Clumsy. Brave. Let's put that energy into something useful. The next part will help you turn your tiny stories into a daily English habit. No pressure, just progress. Let's go. So, what did we learn today? You don't need perfect grammar to spill tea. You don't need long words to say someone cheated, lied, or ghosted their date. You just need your voice and a little courage to use it. Gossip isn't just fun. It's grammar practice. It's vocabulary training. It's speaking without a script. And it's the English you'll actually use. Because nobody says, I am extremely delighted when they find out their friend got dumped. They say, whoa, he's gone? Again? And that's the kind of English that lives, breathes, and connects. You already tell stories. You already use your voice to make people laugh, roll their eyes, or gasp in disbelief. All we're asking is that you start doing it in English too. Just a little. Just one sentence a day. About something real or something fake. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you speak. Loudly. Badly. Often. Let's review your new life motto. Speak ugly English proudly. No one is judging you more than you're judging yourself. Stop waiting for your accent to sound perfect. Stop hiding because you don't know the word for jealous. Use the words you have. Learn the ones you want. Repeat them until your tongue stops tripping over them. That's how you build fluency. One messy sentence at a time. Oh, and don't think I didn't hear that little voice in your head saying, "But I'm tired." Cute. You weren't too tired to scroll social media for an hour. You weren't too tired to listen to that story about your friend's neighbor's cousin's relationship drama. So don't pretend you're too tired to speak one line in English. You're not tired. You're just used to waiting. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for perfection. Waiting for someone to say, "Now you're ready." Let me say it clearly. You're ready the moment you open your mouth, even if it sounds like a disaster. So here's your tiny action task. Record yourself telling one short, dramatic story in English. 1 minute. No pressure. No grammar check. Just you and your gossip voice. Doesn't even have to be true. Make something up. It's practice, not police work. If today's episode made you laugh, groan, or finally say something in English, share it. Send it to your English buddy, your study group, or that one friend who always says, "I understand English, but I can't speak." Yeah. Send it to them. Subscribe to Monday English Podcast so you don't miss the next episode. We'll still be here. Tired, undercaffeinated, and ready to roast your excuses. But also cheering every time you open your mouth and try. You don't need to sound like a native. You just need to sound like someone who wants it. And you do. Or you wouldn't be here. So keep the drama, just switch the language. See you next Monday.